This is my unhappy face. I'm stuck fucking listening to the worst music ever. I don't ever need to hear It's Raining Fucking Men again. The kid that's working the front desk is playing nothing but trash from the 80s, and it's freaking killing me. You know when you're stuck in that situation where you have to listen to the person talk about the same thing 5 or 6 times a day, every day, for weeks on end, and you're literally wanting to rip your hair out because you're so tired of hearing the same story that's always modified just a little, making it bigger and crazier and stranger than it actually is. I'm going through that right now, and I literally want to poke my eyes out and stab my eardrums because I'm just so over hearing about this. It's eating my soul. See, no discernible features. Look pretty good. For 47 through tinted glass, where you can't really see my face. I'm as nervous as a bottom going to his first gangbang right now. I have an appointment with an oncologist who's going to be poking and prodding and digging and snipping and snapping and cutting at the inside of my colon. Yay. Sounds like a lot of fun. I've actually had this done before, and it's mildly unpleasant until the bleeding starts, and then it's really kind of disgusting. Kind of looks like an abortion the first time you try to poop. Anyway, point being, I really don't want to have to say to my oncologist, sorry, I ate spinach last night. So I'm hoping everything is cleaned and ready to go. I think it is, hence the nervousness. Because, you want to make sure everything's nice and tidy for the doctor. It's the nice thing to do. Maybe somebody can explain this to me. Homeless people with legs that are bloated, like overcooked hot dogs that literally look like they need to be bled. I don't understand it. Why do they happen? What causes their legs to look like big overfilled sausages? It's creepy and gross. Any input? Please let me know, because it's one of those mysteries in life that I just can't live without knowing the answer to. I have a big pet peeve, and I don't really ever talk about it, but it's something I should just mention. Do not assume that you get a discount because you're a regular in any establishment just because one employee gives you that discount. Your relationship with that employee does not transcend to every other employee. It's utterly tacky to then assert that you get a discount, because that makes no one want to give it to you. Be classy, and just accept the fact that some people don't know who you are, don't care who you are, and don't have the same relationship with you as the 1 or 2 individuals. Just accept it and move on with your day. That's all. Be classy. I have this really bad habit of sabotaging myself. Partly because I just assume I don't deserve any good things to come my way, thanks to childhood bullshit. For example, I go to the gym. I work out hard, I work out for a long time, then suddenly people compliment me on how I look. I immediately stop working out and suddenly eat a really shitty diet because I can't be complimented upon. It's really strange. It's anything that has to do with the potential of being complimented or rewarded, I tend to end up just refusing and denying by doing a 180 on whatever it was I was doing. For the past couple nights at the Eagle, I've had a 21-year-old boy, freshly 21-year-old boy, hanging out from Milwaukee in town for a sporting event, whatever. I forgot what it was like to be 21 and utterly fearless. Watching him hit on every single male older than him, which was basically every single male in the bar, was kind of adorable. He just bounced all over the place. He also had muscle envy or muscle worship, so he wanted to touch everyone's pecs and biceps and wanted everybody to touch his, which was kind of strange, but okay, that's fine. He comes up to me and he's like, can I touch your pecs? I'm like, sure, go ahead. So he does, and I'm like, okay, now you can punch them. He's like, what? I was like, hit them. Punch them. So he kind of lightly tapped him. I'm like, no. Punch them. Put some muscle behind it. This went on for a few seconds where I had to keep on telling him it was okay. So pretty and so dense. A delicate topic, tipping. For those of you who do not work in the service industry, I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it, just in case you're curious. Tipping is appreciated. Anyone that works in the service industry loves it. It's money to take care of them and tide them over until their next paycheck. However, tipping via credit card usually means you won't see the tip until the paycheck shows up, and you're getting taxed on the tip. Whereas, if you're tipped by cash, you don't get taxed because there's no way for the IRS to see it, and you also have money to tide you over until your next paycheck. That way you don't have to dip into anything. So, having said that, cash is always better. Just something to think about. If you do want to tip, we'll always appreciate it, but we'll always appreciate cash much, much more. Thank you. 2 names you should never give your children: Muesli and Pubert. On another note, I'm curious, am I the only person that finds rainbow anything in fabric really just ugly? I mean, thick stripes, horizontal or vertical, don't ever look good. Not to mention, while those colors look really lovely in the sky, they don't look lovely put together in fabric as color. They're ugh. Hence, although I am proud to be a homo, you'll never see me in those colors. You'll never see me in a rainbow anything, because I would just look so tacky. Really, honestly, they're so just not okay. You know, you do you, but no, just not me. I've come to realize I have a problem. I seem to have this issue where I meet men and cruise them and flirt around with them online, and then when it comes down to actually meeting, I just don't. Even if we schedule time, I still don't. I'm not sure why I do this. It's not like I'm trying to be a flake. It's just that, while the idea is great, at the end of the day, I just kind of want to stay home and do absolutely nothing. So yeah, it's kind of strange. Any of you have any input or suggestions on how to stop doing that, please let me know. So having said that about Facebook, I've realized that I can also do that with Instagram. I have a pretty shitty self-esteem as it is already. So going through other people's lives and seeing them having fabulous times and fabulous experiences with fabulous friends in fabulous places, and just being constantly busy, just makes me feel even more like shit. Like, I can do that on my own. I really do not need to go to somebody else's Instagram page and get that feeling. Seriously, I can do that quite on my own. So I will be calling most people on my Instagram page that I do not know, who are not friends of mine, who don't follow me really or ever respond to anything. I'm just getting rid of them. They're unnecessary.
Okay, I have 2 questions. First of all, when your sharps container gets filled completely, what are you supposed to do with it? I have no idea. Do you throw it away? Because I thought the whole purpose of the sharps container is to not throw razor blades and needles into the trash. So I'm kind of concerned. Is there someplace I'm supposed to take it? Wisdom? Anyone? Second question, and this is kind of a strange one, but I'm curious. How the hell did this end up in my bag like this? I don't use these. I have no idea how it got in there. It's a mystery. Is it a prank? I don't know. I'm a little bummed out. I just discovered I have gray shoulder hair now. I'm okay with this being gray. I'm not okay with this being gray. I'm afraid of what it's going to turn into. Not pretty. I may have to resort to like electrolysis or fucking waxing or something like that. I'm not going to be covered in silver hair. That is not going to happen. Fuck that. You know what's really embarrassing? It's when you're standing there cutting hair and you're not moving really. You're just standing and your pants unsnap. For no reason. They just unsnap. This disturbs me.
I have recently been watching some like old Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire dance things online. I don't know why I'm seeing them, but I watch them for a few minutes and I'm like, oh, yeah, they're really amazing dancers. However, it's like the pelvis and the hips had not yet been discovered because they aren't used at all. There's like no movement in that area of the body other than using it to twist the torso from the legs. It's fascinating. It's so white. So very, very white and clean and sterile and white.
Hey, so, when you're walking down the street on the sidewalk and it's raining and you've got an umbrella and you're going under an awning and there are people coming towards you that don't have umbrellas, don't stand under their fucking awning with your umbrella. What the fuck? Get out in the rain. It's why you have an umbrella. You're not getting soaking. Whereas the people have to now walk outside of the awning to get past you. Be considerate, guys. Bunch of dicks out here. So yeah, my self-esteem sucks. But you've already known that. I've talked about it before. And seeing pictures of these ripped guys that look like bodybuilders and they're just shredded and massive, and just looking at them going, this is the person everyone's going to be going after because they're just so like iconic male, versus somebody that looks like me who is not exactly like in the best shape or tall or ripped or, well, I'm covered in tattoos, but that doesn't count. I just feel like there's no chance whatsoever. So yeah, shitty insecurity, good times, and yeah, I'm also just trying to get myself able to be stepping outside of my comfort zone, which is not easy for me to do, and has been problems in the past, so we'll see. So for my birthday, a client I know came in and gave me a little container of blue lights. It's rope lighting, but whatever. Predominantly because I said at one point that one of my favorite things
to get, or one of my favorite things for the holidays is are the lights, that you could just put a big wad of lights, Christmas lights, in a corner and turn it on and I'd be content. So he got me some blue lights in a little ball. And now I just have it in the corner and I'm content because blue's my favorite color as far as light goes. So yay. Plus I think my mustache is starting to look like mandibles. Like hairy mandibles. They're going to come out and like get you. Oh well.
But the one thing that really bums me out about the end of the holidays, even though I'm not a fan of the holidays, the thing that really bums me out is the fact that all of the green, all of the boughs, all of the trees, all of the wreaths, all of the pine and fir are taken down and tossed away, and all the lights go away. I kind of think people should leave them up all year round because, they're festive regardless of the time of year. Yeah, it's a bummer. But, maybe I'll just do it myself. I don't know. Anyway.
I'm on a couple platforms online via, apps, um, cruising, dating, fucking platforms, whatever you want to call them. I'm predominantly on Scruff. I used to be on Grindr, but after years of just being ignored, I just gave up with that. I tried Growler, but I'm not a bear, and I don't particularly want to be around and get involved with a bear, so I tend to avoid that as well. The new thing everyone is telling me about is called Sniffies, which just sounds awful, and I have zero interest in it, so I've never even tried it. It just sounds... I mean, I can be trashy, but that just sounds sleazy, so yeah, not really my thing. But the thing I'm finding most fascinating about this is, due to the pandemic and the social distancing, I am getting hit on a lot, which is flattering, but it's a little annoying when the being hit on is encased in the fact that there will be no interaction because no one is interacting with anybody. So it's sort of like I can hit on you but not worry about doing anything. If I was to end up hooking up with all of the guys who have told me, oh, when this is over, totally. I mean, that would be like 3 people. It would be so exciting. Yeah, it's like it took you a pandemic to actually hit on me. I mean, I've seen you on this app for months, some even years. You've never bothered. But now that you don't have to worry about actually running into me or meeting me or coming in contact with me, you're totally okay with hitting me up or flirting. It's just kind of shitty, It's annoying it takes a pandemic for that to happen. It's sort of like when I go to a bathhouse and I have to blindfold myself. So if I don't blindfold myself, I don't get laid. Like, no one will come into my room. If I can see the people coming into my room, nothing will happen. But apparently, if I can't see anything, it's all systems go and everyone's down for it. It makes no sense to me. So yeah, I mean, I guess I appreciate the flattery, but at the same time, it's just kind of tacky. I don't know why you're changing your tune and opinion about me, especially if it's just because you don't have to worry about actually connecting with me. I mean, just leave me alone if that's the case. You don't have to. Why are you doing it? It's just a waste of your time and a waste of my time. So, anyway, just Yeah. Good times.